Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the elect. And I'm going to get right into it. Because we're entering into a strong, we're entering into some terrible times, man. And a lot of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and some of the men and women that know they're Israelites don't know what's getting ready to, don't consider what is about to take place here in Babylon the Great, because they're so caught up in the world, how to get this money, how to chase this bag, how to use this truth to make money. But let me get into it. Let me get there. Slacky. Let me get it. Let me get. This is Matthew's 24 verse. I'm gonna start at 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. And it says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man. That's right. And it's just like the days of Noah, when no one believed Noah, when he said it was going to rain and flood the earth. No one really took that serious. They looked at him, they didn't take that, they didn't take it serious, man. They didn't take it into consideration, because back in those days it didn't rain. They got all the moisture from the dew of the earth. So now we're telling you, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, that, the end is going to end with nuclear missiles, man, fire, with thermonuclear missiles. And then before that, it's going to be Jacob's trouble, what all hell is going to break loose here in Babylon the Great. And that's what we're coming out and telling you guys. But a lot of people think we're just doomsday prophets, what they call them, prophets of doom and whatever. Yeah, you can label us that. But all the prophets before us, pretty much came out and condemned the nations that they were in. They pretty much, let me get it. I'm going to say something. I'm going to just go to it. Because I'm going to fuck it up if I try to remember how to say it. Let's get that. Yeah, because and this is Jeremiah 28, and I'm gonna go at 8, and it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee. It's like, let me go over this. This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. That's pretty much what we're doing. That's not pretty much. That's what we're doing right now. We're warning the people that these things are getting ready to come upon the earth. And you can see all the symptoms are there, man. Everything is lined up for everything we're saying is going to happen. It's all lined up. Everything is in place. Everything is in place and in motion. But a lot of people, like you say, man, that like the apostles and the elders always say, they're in that normalcy bias, man, where they think everything is going to be okay because they believe in the system, and that's what's going to be their downfall. And we're warning you, because things are getting ready to heat up, man. We're closer than ever to getting the fuck up out of this place, man. And a lot of you Jakes and a lot of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, y'all, the 2/3, should have put it like that, are going to be destroyed here in Babylon the Great. And our only thing is to come out and warn you people and tell you what's getting ready to come on the earth, whether you hear or forbear. But we're here to warn you that time is at hand. We're ready to go. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Dead or alive. Dead or alive. I'm ready to get up out of this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why we warning you blacks and Latinos and Native Americans, man. You guys better wake up while the doors of mercy is open, man. because a lot of people, they love their life here in America, man. They love living in America, to get to do all this shit that America allows you to do, and be who you want to be, regardless of if it's going against the scriptures. You can just be whoever you want to be, and America will accept you, even if it's going against the scriptures, man. Even if it's, it's something that Most High is not delighted in. But the people of this world and of this nation is wrapped up in the carnality of America, man. America is this place that's going to have all these people condemned in it, man. And it says, for as the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage. That's right. And that's what's happening today. People eating and drinking, having fun, going to shopping. Like I'm at Walmart now, and people just going in, doing their business, shopping. They're not even considering that we're so close to all hell breaking loose, man. In any moment, man, a grid can go out, a fucking a pocket nuke can go off, a fucking some kind of pestilences can come out, which it will, because they already predict this could happen. So all these things are in place, man. And we warning you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, but no one is giving ear to the speech that the men of the Lord are giving. So we just gonna sit back and we're gonna laugh when the shit happened to you. Lord willing, I'm part of that number to get the fuck up out of here and be get delivered on a chariot. But like the Lord say, in the days of adversity, man, in the days of trouble, we're gonna be laughing in those days, man. So we're gonna be laughing at you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that didn't take heed to this word, and the scoffers that that went in, try to talk shit about us, man. So, but we're so close to this thing ending, it's not even funny, man. So we told you that it's gonna happen, and you best believe it's going to happen, man. And that's all we can do is warn you that we're closer than ever to this thing folding up. And if you don't believe it, that's on you. So, and I'm gonna keep going. It says, for as the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. That's right. Like the Lord said, he's gonna come, like he's gonna catch them like a thief in the night. When they're unawares, man, you're not going to be aware of the things. See, what's going to happen is you guys are going to be in that normalcy bias where you're going to forget. The Lord is going to put a strong delusion on you guys, man, where you're going to believe you're going to take the shit that the Esau is offering you and shit, and you're going to take it because you're going to be under that strong delusion that the Lord is going to lay on you people because you didn't listen to hearken unto the Lord's men while the doors of mercy was open when we was giving out that warning. You weren't listening. You weren't trying to hear that. So you guys, you basically went your own way. You trust that Esau, Esau know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's even people that those woke motherfuckers that say they woke and they know what's going on. But Esau is gonna he's pulling the wolves over these people, man. He's gonna get them, and that's just how it is, man. And we're warning you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that we're getting closer and closer to this thing happening, man. Rather you hear or forbear. You know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, the strong delusion. Let me get that once. Because the Lord is going to give a strong delusion on a lot of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, that you're going to believe a lie. And that lie is going to be that RFID chip that you're going to receive for not taking the truth seriously, man. Let me get up this. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. For that mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way, and then shall that wicked be revealed. That's right. He's been revealed right now through the men of the Lord. We're basically, spilling the beans on Esau, telling you how he's what he is. We telling his nationality. We giving you the blue. We telling you that he's the wicked according to the Bible. We're laying out his history. His history, it speaks for itself, man. You don't have to talk bad to Esau because his history does that for him, man. His history is his reputation is preceding him. You know what I'm saying? So he, it's nothing he can do. His reputation alone is out there, man. Anybody that with a half a brain Well, look at Esau's track record and look at all the shit he's done on the earth, and put two and two to fucking together and say this motherfucker is wicked as all hell breaking loose. Okay? If you can't see that, you got to be some dumbass nigga living under a rock with just don't have no marbles in your head. You just straight fucking a plant. You know what I'm saying? It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy the brightness of his coming. Wait, did I say? Yeah, that's right. And that's the spirit of the mouth of the prophets. You know what I'm saying? Even whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. That's right. Because a lot of people they didn't hearken unto this, man. They didn't love the way because you got a lot of people out there right now that's coming against the men of the Lord, talking about the camps, talking about the men, that is wicked. They don't love this truth, man. Here they are, they believing in a doctrine that the so-called white man slapped together to deceive the people, man. They believe in that deception, man. So they gonna believe in that, man. So what else they gonna believe in? They're gonna take the RFID chip, they're gonna take the MOTB, and they're gonna take it with smiles on their fucking face. They're not gonna believe, and the Lord is doing this, man. The Lord is gonna deceive them into taking this thing fully. You know what I'm saying? So it says, where was I at? It says, even who's coming and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion, that they shall believe a lie. That's right. They're gonna believe a lie. What's that main lie they're gonna believe? They're gonna believe that the RFID chip is for their benefit, that the microchip is for health reasons, for so on and so forth, man. They're gonna believe all those lies and all those things, and only to their destruction. You know what I'm saying? Only to their destruction, man. And that day is slowly and surely approaching us as we speak, man. Sorry about this. This beautiful woman was in front of me. Sorry, I ain't gonna. And I mean, she was on point. Yeah, she fine. But anyway, back to the thing. I'm a man. I was only looking at, and she caught my attention because she looked me in my eyes and just kind of gave me a smile. And I'm like, what the heck? But anyway, that's just Satan, man. That's Satan to use a woman to try to distract you and shit, man. A fine woman at that, you know what I'm saying? A fine woman at that. But anyway, let's keep going. And it says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion, that they shall believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. That's right. That's right. And so what they're going to be damned, what's going to damn them when they take that RFID chip? When you take that chip, that's when your ass is damned. Damned and condemned. You through, and a lot of you people are going to take that chip, because you know why? Because you like it here in America. You want to be comfortable here in America. You love your life. You love waking up and going to work, smelling the coffee and all that shit. You love all this shit America offers. You're not uncomfortable here like the men of the Lord is. We fucking hate this fucking place, man. This is the worst fucking. I don't want to go too deep, man. But anyway, this is crazy, man. A lot of people want to be here because it's nice. It's Esau, you made the men soft and comfortable, and the women into these fucking monsters that's, that don't listen, don't want to take heed to the man. That's when we try to tell them the right way to go. A woman will go the opposite way because they don't want to take no instructions from a man, because that's why a lot of women get fucked up. Well, that's on another thing. But anyway, and I'm gonna go back to Matthew, and that's what I mean, and it says, this is Matthew 24:42, and it says, watch therefore, for you know not what hour your power doth come. You know what I'm saying? That's right. We watching. We don't know. We don't know when the Lord is coming. We don't know. It's telling us to watch because we don't know what hour the Lord is going to make here, man. When he come here. When he get here, we ain't gonna know. He gonna sneak up on her. But the men of the Lord, we watching. We paying attention to the signs. We measuring the time diligently in itself, like it says in 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter. We measuring these things. We getting all these things. We taking these things into consideration. We don't let nothing small or great, just blow over our face. We look into things. We see something. Hey, wait. This don't look right. This don't sound right. That don't what that piece of the puzzle don't fit. And we don't try to make it fit. If it ain't working, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So we go on and we stick to the script, which is the scriptures. And it pretty much tells us when things are fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It tells you when things are not lined with the scriptures, man. If it don't line up with scripture, hey, it ain't for us, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me skip down to 44. It says, therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as you think not the Son of Man cometh. That's right. It says, let me go over this. It says, therefore be ye also ready. Be ready. That's what how you get ready. Stand in the scriptures, stand alert, being on point. Listen to the men of the Lord, which I do. I listen to the brothers of Great Millstone, listening to them, paying attention and keeping update with the fucking the events that's happening on the news in the world, paying attention to the political arena. Paying attention to everything, man. Everything means something. Then, like it said in the scripture, don't be ignorant of anything small or great. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh, fuck that. Man, that little shit could turn into some big shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can't look nothing over. You gotta be, because Esau is a fucking devil. He uses every fucking trick and he got everything, man. Whether it's great or small, he uses it to his advantage, man. If it's a small thing, he's gonna use it to his advantage. Great, he's gonna use it to his advantage. And we got to be alert and be on our game, looking at everything this motherfucker do. Every time he move, every move he make. I'm not just saying walk around walking and looking at a white man all day. I'm talking about his the things he passed in his political arena, his executive orders and what Trump is doing. We paying attention to that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We watching the news to see what he's saying about this and that and how he's going to war. We watching all his shit, man. That's basically what we're doing. We're not watching him physically, watching everything he doing. We watching his moves because he's the ruler of this earth. So we watching every fucking thing he's doing, man. Every fucking thing he does over either political or folly, whatever he does, you have to make sure you watch what this fucker do. You know what I'm saying? That's what it says, man. And it says, where should I go? Let me see. Okay, I think I was there. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, we got to be ready for this shit, for these things to happen, man, because this nigga is going to come to some real holy deal shit. I mean, some real holy deal. The Lord's gonna, like it says, like I read that, he's gonna give them all that shit to do, man. He's gonna bring a strong delusion amongst you people. The Lord's gonna give him that power to do it to you people, man. But us, we standing strong. We're gonna try to fight. We're gonna try to fight to the end, man. Because like it says in Matthew 24 and 20, is it 20? Where am I at? Yeah, at Matthew 24 and 13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. So you're not saved yet. You have to go through Jacob's trouble. You have to go through those things that the Lord said was coming on the earth in order to be saved. Because you're going to have, your faith is going to have to be tested. Like it says, it's going to try you like gold is tried in fire. And it's going to be a rough time. You're going to find out if you real about this, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to turn the heat up. You're going to have some guys. I was watching this competition, man. This one competition where the men was running on this treadmill flying, going fast. They all pretty, pretty fast, but, one by one, it was dropping off. Boom, boom, because, you're going to have one that's going to make it to the end. And then, like I said, it was one or two, I think, made it. But the rest of them were just dropping off, and that's how this thing going to get. Because, on the treadmill, they was going fast. They start at a certain speed, they'll ramp it up. And they'll keep ramping up, a couple knots, And, you could see the struggle them guys was having, you know what I'm saying? And that brought me to who endured to the end. You just watch them niggas struggling to try to stay balanced on that fucking treadmill because it was going faster and faster. And, eventually one man dropped, the next man dropped. And then I think it's one or two made it all the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not for sure. But you know what I'm saying? That's how it is going to be, man. The Lord is going to constantly turn this thing up and see who's going to be able to make it to the end. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be a lot of men dropping off because a lot of men, and Lord willing, I'm not one of the men. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be the men that fall off when all hell break loose. You want to. This is the time. This is what we're waiting for, man. To see if we're really of that of that batch of the right of the. See if we're really of that the elect men of the nation of Israel. We want to know when that time comes, you're going to be like, okay, now it's my turn to do what I got to do. I got to go out, I got to prove, you know what I'm saying? So when that time comes, we get to pray that we are a part of that number, man. If not, we're going to fall off like the men on the treadmill. We're going to try, but it's going to be something that's going to knock us off because, hey, we probably ain't part of, it's just what it is, man. It's going to be hard. It says even a righteous shall be scarce, you might be scarcely saved. So we're going to have to go through, some tough times, man. It's going to be tough. Let me stay in Matthew, man, because Matthew got another. It's straight gate, 7:13. And it says, this is Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. That's right. And it says, and many there be which go in thereat. You know what I'm saying? That's right. And a lot of people going to go in that like it says, that wide gate. What's that? And you can equate that with, with that RFID chip as well. Because that's going to be the wide gate. Everybody's going to want to they're going to want to have their cake and eat it too. Nobody's going to go through that gate of difficulty, because you go in that word straight, it means a position of difficulty, man. It's like a position of difficulty. So that's what a lot of the men of the Lord, we're going to be having to go through that straight gate, which means we're going to have to totally depend on the Lord for everything. And it might be a little rocky as we going through it. It might not look like it might not look fair. It might not look right. But these are the gates we got to go through to keep us from, entering in the wide gate. We got to go through the straight gate. That's the gate that's the position of difficulty. And we're going through it now. You know what I'm saying? It's position, but it's going to get even worse. So we taking that straight gate, man, to get into the kingdom. Like it says in the there's going to be fire on one side and water on the other. Only one man can go at a time. That's the straight gate that we're going into, man. We're going into that gate where, you fall off one end and you fall off on the other, you're going to get destroyed. Water, you ever seen when it says deep water, you ever seen a roaring ocean when a ship is in an ocean? That motherfucking water is looking ferocious. Just imagine if you on a fucking narrow path and on that side is that crazy water, just I can't even say the word, that furious ocean just roaring and going, you know what I'm saying? And then on the other side, you got that fucking hot heat of fire. Woo, you fall in that motherfucker, you through. Either side you through. You can't go, you know what I'm saying? So the balance of this thing is going to be incredible. You know what I'm saying? The balance to get through that narrow gate is going to have to be incredible. So it's not going to be it's not an easy task. The Lord is pretty much telling us, you are going to go through some shit. You ain't coming out this month. You ain't going to get to this thing unless you know how to handle the things I put it for you. And only the elect is going to make it. The rest is not going to have it, man. Only the elect is going to make it through that narrow gate, man. The rest of the people, they're not going to make it, man. Only the elect of the nation of Israel is going to make it through that narrow gate, and the rest is going to be destroyed. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't too many people. See, a lot of Jakes, a lot of these, they can't even make it through the times we're going through now. They can't make it through this little simple shit, man. They falling out. They having doubts. You know, nobody wants, you know, they fall, they can't make it through the times we're living in now. So how much more when all hell break loose, when your family come against you and they put you on the news, they got you looking like some goddamn criminal, the T. You know what I'm saying? When they put you in and make you look like a public enemy number one, you know what I'm saying? Can you handle that? You know, you got to ask yourself, when you got your whole family looking at you, you got to drop that thing. You got to leave that thing alone. You're getting us all in trouble. You got my kids in this. How you going to get my kids in this thing? You know, it's going to be, you're going to hear your women crying. Why you got us into this mess? I didn't sign up for this shit. You get the fuck out. You know, all this shit. We leaving. We going to my mom's house, you know, and so on and so forth. You're going to have your women, they're going to have a fucking fit, man. When this shit hit the fan, they ain't gonna be like, okay, honey, you just come on home. We're gonna bunker in the house. Everything's gonna, no. It's gonna be all hell breaking loose. Your family's gonna be upset. They're gonna be looking at you sideways like a motherfucker. Fuck this motherfucker got us in. Here it is. We was living good. Everybody, I see everybody else ain't going through this shit. Why am I going through? I didn't find it. I don't go through that shit. I don't go to them camps. I didn't read nothing. I didn't do this. See, people gonna be coming like that. Your own family, because the Lord said it's gonna be a time like never before on earth. You think a nigga couldn't handle the slavery? You put a nigga in slavery right now from today to the slavery time, he couldn't make it. So how much more time when we coming in? It's like a time like never before. Shit, you don't see. Oh my God. Oh man. See, you got softened up. Nigga ain't really went through nothing. Yeah, you went to jail. Or you had a couple fights. Or you lost your job. Or you didn't have a car. All this little shit. You ain't never had no motherfucker looking to kill you. You ain't never had to sleep on a fucking concrete. Or, I don't know, some men may have. I don't know. But I mean, the time we coming in, I don't know how hard it's going to be. But it's going to be worse than anything that happened on the planet Earth. So you gotta be ready you gotta be ready, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to be ready. Yeah. If you're not, you're gonna get killed. And the thing is, and a lot of men they're gonna lose it because they love their life. They got that proud look, want to look good. They want to have all the attention to themselves. They spend a couple hours in the mirror, about 20, 30 minutes in the mirror looking at themselves, constantly making sure they got the right look, the right jewelry, the right thing. They got the Nike thing. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with none of that. I'm just speaking in general that, you know, you want to have this crisp look, you know, like I say, a proud look. You don't want to look lowly. And I'm not saying look like a trash can. I'm saying nobody wants to look lowly or have this, you know, guys like, yeah, I got it. I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to have that look, you know, that, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but, no one wants to, you know, I ain't gonna say no one. I'm slacking. I shouldn't say no one. I mean, it's hard for men to have a lowly look in this society, man. When you're not dressed in the best. You know what I'm saying? You're not having the best clothes or the best, you know, that proud look. You know how the world have everybody look in the world, crispy lineups, the fresh clothes, you know, all that shit, pants hanging out, all the niggas with the big long ass dreadlock. You know, you could just take one nigga in the hood and throw that nigga. You see one nigga, you didn't see them all. Pretty much, they almost look alike. Just the way they walk, talk, the big ass fucking dumbass dreadlocks. Even if they don't have that, they got the pants hanging off their ass. They walk with they all got to have the same kind of tennis shoes and shit. It's weirdo activity here in Babylon the Great amongst the tribes, man. And you know, it's weirdo shit, and they call that the culture. You know, if you don't know nothing about that, you don't know your culture. Not that nigga shit you niggas doing. I don't fuck with that shit. You know, because we're not trying to look like you fucking niggas. I'm only you know, I'm buying you know what? I buy the cheapest shit and I try to hold on to as long as I can. I watch this shit. I ain't trying to constantly buy this shit over and over again. The same fucking, I buy, you know, you buy a jacket here or pants, you know, you buy what you need. You ain't trying to look like no fucking movie star in this fucking Babylon the Great. You know, this shit ain't gonna burn up any fucking way, man. What the fuck? God damn. Shit is gonna fucking burn, man. You're buying shit that's, you know, God damn. What you looking good for, man? Let me stop. But this is Romans 11:7. What then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded. That's right. And that's what we're seeking. You know, that's what a lot of you so-called blacks and Latinos are looking for, saved. You want to be saved. You want to know what's your outcome. You want to know what's the final destination. What this is all about. You know, you go to church, you know, because you're searching. You're looking for something. You want something. You want, you know what I'm saying? You're looking for it. You said, then it says, what then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeketh for. You know, you go to the church, you seeking to get right with the Lord. You're seeking to find the truth. You're seeking to, you know, have whatever, the better life. But if, you know, and it says, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded. That's right. And a lot of people are. But the elect have obtained this knowledge, this understanding, and what it's all about, what we were seeking for. We got it. We seeked it out, and we got it. We were seeking for it. We got it though. The Lord, see, that's the difference between the elect and the non-elect. The Lord is going to give the elect the knowledge that they're seeking for, and the non-elect is not going to get it because the Lord is not pleased with them, and neither are they part of the number. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we got it, man. And the rest of you people are blinded. That's just that simple, man. And you know, hey, it is what it is, man. We'll see you in the kingdom. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm going to end off with that scripture too. I'm going to read it one more time. What then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. That's right. And Lord willing, I'm part of that number, man. Because we want to get the fuck out of here, man. We know we're not saved right now. And I like you get these wacky tackies always talking about they saved. I'm saved. You saved? You get saved yet? Motherfucker, I'm still here in Babylon the Great. What the fuck are you talking about saved? I'm here in Babylon the Great. Motherfucker, I got Trump over me, motherfucker. Motherfucker, I got a so-called white man. The fucking devil fucking got itineraries for me and shit. What the fuck you mean saved, motherfucker? If you ain't on a chariot, you ain't saved. We still going through this. We still got Jacob's trouble to go through. We got war on the rise. We got pestilence and famines coming. This motherfucker finna starve you the fuck out. What you mean saved? What? Man, come on, man. Wacky tacky Christians need to shut the fuck up. Well, I'm going to close it out. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.